This week's edition of Barenziah's Glory is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And if your World Cup done runneth over as mine has the past few days, you've all been watching all of the great games, all of the great celebrations throughout the country here as U.S., Canada, and Mexico host the biggest sporting event across the globe. Make sure while you're enjoying all of that football or soccer greatness, whatever one you want to call it, make sure you're keeping yourself well taken care of. And like everyone, like the players during the game, make sure you take for yourself a hydration break. And the best thing to use when you're doing that is that one product that has all of that great water taste, yet none of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it is sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, time zone wise, all on this island Earth. This Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here on Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. Having a little trouble with Touch Portal today for some reason, so got to do all the screen changes by hand. So sorry about the delay there. Welcome to the Emporium. It is Wednesday night, which means we're going to have another fun and exciting evening. Sorry about the sparsity of streams as of late. There's been some interesting and weird things going on around here, and when weird and interesting things happen, then they get in the way of other more interesting things like the streams. So hopefully that's going to level itself back out in the past few days. So get yourself ready, since it's Wednesday. Our special tonight are world famous hot fudge road sundaes. Virgil is over here behind the counter to take your orders and get you everything that you need. Tori is over here at the ready to take you to your favorite table or booth, or maybe you're part of the fun bunch that sits on the red stools and spins around there at the serving counter. Either way, it's fun times are coming, as it is Wednesday is time for the weekly Skyrim serial, and we are currently doing a story called Barenziah's Glory, where we have a Bosmer, a wood elf, who's working his way up through Thieves Guild, has completed all of his training, and now has been set on a mission. Initially, he was just set to track down what was going on at the local beehive aviary, where the apiary, or is it aviary or apiary? I can't remember which. Either way, the place where the beehives are, to find out why they haven't been getting their cut as of late. It turns out Aaron Goth, the owner of the place, sold out to some mysterious figure who's only represented by this weird symbol. Then Maven Blackbriar, the godmother of Riften, sent us out to Whiterun to help undermine a competitor there, and we find out information from the same symbol named only. No, this isn't the artist formerly known as Prince. It's not that symbol. Is working their way through was one of the partners of this new setup. So now I have been assigned to go find a person mentioned in some of the paperwork left behind that was a go-between, it looks like, between the parties, to try to find out and massively convince someone to tell us who they were working for, since they supposedly have been a contact working for us in the Thieves Guild. And that's what we're getting ready to do next. So hope your all's week is going well as we hit the midweek hump. So without any further ado, since we used all they do making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started. Alrighty. Now, it's time for us to take a little trip to the capital city. This is going to be interesting trip. Need to meet someone who has not been doing as good of a job as we would have liked as being our contact. So, let's head there now. You'd think all the skeevers would have eaten these up by now. I guess even the skeevers have tastes. All right, let's go. All right, let's head out. Sounds like another busy day at the market. Seems to be quite the busy day for them. But let's move quickly. Get where we need to go. All right. Ah, my good friend, Cigar. I need to hire your services once again. We get to make the big, longest trip possible, all the way to Hafengar. No, straight to Solitude should be fine. That's what I hear. In the land of elsewhere. So let's hurry and get there. Okay. Arrive there in the evening. Been told he likes to hang around at this winking skeever place. Prefer arriving at night anyway, for obvious reasons. Let's see what this Gollum Eye has to say. Let the soldier go on ahead. Let's not attract any attention to us. At least as little as possible. I would if I had the time. Don't see any Argonian around here. Oh, I take that back. This must be him. I'm here to ask you about a little place called Golden Glow Estate. You can drop the act now, casual lie. You acted as a broker for the new owner. Okay. What would it take to maybe help improve your memory a little bit? I'll be back. It's a good thing this is evening. It'll make it easier to sneak in and sneak out with all those palace guards around. All right, let's hurry there. I'm afraid I'm really not that bored right now. I'm quite busy and quite focused. All right, a whole bunch of people are coming out of the castle. That'll make it easier. Let's wait here for them to pass by. Oh, there's that Eriker, the other thing. Now let's make our way in to sneak into the castle. All right, a fine wine. I'm assuming it's a fine wine like that would probably be in the kitchen area. Unless it's something that y'all Elisif the Fair likes to sip on, or maybe that man guy who really runs the place, that Falk Firebeard character. Let's take a look here. And tart derivationy, you've just committed the unpardonable sin. You see, we do not like it when people put crap like that in the chat, because you see, offering me such a thing as AI viewers, those are just bots. They're not really viewers. They don't bring me anything to the site other than artificial numbers. This is something that Twitch frowns on. Let me turn the cam on it. This is something that Twitch frowns on. This is something that I frown on. I do things ethically. I do things the right way. I don't use bots as supposed viewers to inflate my numbers. And most of all, the worst thing of all you've done is you have interrupted Virgil from doing his work because now he has to get out the band spatula. And when he has to get out the band spatula, that means instead of serving all the customers here inside the Emporium, he's got to take you and teach you a little lesson. A lesson called being banned. Bye bye. Thank you, Virgil. Excellent job once again. I will disappear. And now we can return to our regularly scheduled Skyrim. Now, let's take a look here. All sorts of stuff out here, but I don't see any cases of wine. Let's keep looking. Ooh, another dining area. But nope. No cases of wine here. Let's try this way. All sorts of barrels, but no cases of wine. Let's keep looking. Bars to keep people out. You have trouble with people stealing food? I promise I am not stealing a single piece of food. I am looking for wine. Nothing here. Nothing here. Ah, and this brings us out where we were before. All right, so the wine is not here. Here we go. Slide around. Ooh, that would be an interesting trinket to take, but I'm not sure I get much resale value. Wait, right here. What do we have here? Firebrand wine. An entire case. Very good. Now, the fun part. Getting out of here. Well, no one seems to be paying much attention to me. All right. We'll sneak till we get off the grounds proper. All right. All right, let's make this delivery. All right, he's looking for somebody, and that I am certainly not his master. So, he's the last thing I have to worry about. going pretty well. Interesting bit of stained glass there. All right, Mr. Gullamai. Let's see what you have to say now. Yes, here is the wine you requested. Now, I hope this will open your mouth and lips a lot more than it will if you were drinking this stuff. Oh, you're trying to bribe me now, huh? Did she happen to indicate to you perhaps why she was wanting to do this? Hmm, that's it. No name, nothing else. You don't lie very well, Gullamai. I'm pretty sure you're not telling me everything. Fine. But you know more than you're saying. Ah, there he is. We'll stay back. Okay, he's going out the gates. Okay, let him get a good distance ahead. Take advantage of the shrubbery here. Watch where he goes. Use it, take advantage of the cover of night. And he's not suspecting anything yet. Let's keep it that way. All right. We'll just follow along the side here. Cross the T when we have to. Keep our eyes open and on. There we go. guide, give me cover. Alright, he's going downhill. Should be easier to hide. Especially up in here. He's not even looking. Use the log. Slowly, quietly stay down, stay low, stay silent. Okay, right at the corner. Quietly, quietly. Alright, he's going down these stairs. And now work our way this way. He's going down further. Suppose he works for the East Empire Trading Company. These people. There he is. Alright. There he is still. He's heading there. I bet that's a huge warehouse. Foolish Argonians not even noticed me. Alright. Let's see how secure the East Empire Company is with their locks. Here we go. Perfect. Let's go inside. Oh, shoot. Just discovered game audio wasn't on. Sorry about that, everyone. That's what happens when Touch Portal doesn't decide to cooperate. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled Skyrim. All right. Gotta be careful. It's gonna be tempting to steal a bunch of stuff here, but I need to stay focused. They've got guards everywhere. I wonder. No, I can't get up. Can't let him get too far ahead of me. Can't do that.
Is someone there? Found you.
You found nothing. I can't get into the water.
You should have stayed in your precious forests, elf.
Get out of here. Okay. That was not good. All right, we got to wait for things to calm down a little bit. Then we'll go back inside. They didn't chase me out. They didn't chase after me. Okay. We snuck back in. There he is. All the way across there. Let's see where he goes. Keep an eye on him. And he's disappeared. Some steps there. He's gone somewhere in there and disappeared. All right, now let's see what I can do here. I can stay up above like this, not get noticed. So far, so good. Anything of note here? Nope. Okay. Gotta be careful. There's a guy in there. All right, let's just follow this path. So far, so good. Now, can I make it to there? Nope, I didn't. All right. Stay still. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Don't run into the billy goat and make noise. Stay nice and still. Stay nice and quiet. Duck in this way. Very good. Now, but that's just not going to lead me anywhere. So, You insist.
You'll pay for this.
You made me do this. Okay, he's floating away. Let's go where we can't be seen for a little bit.
Can't hide from me.
I think I am. Alright, this looks safe for now. What's this? A shipping map. Delvin might be interested in that.
Where are you?
Alright. Well, may as well while I'm here. Now, we know where he went. We can catch up to him. Put the daggers away. Let's try to get there as quietly and as sneakily as we can. Before anyone else sees me. His body seems to have floated away. Alright, now, let us... nicely hidden door. Shouldn't be finding me all over the place.
It will be a good day. I can feel it in my gut. Bleed.
Alright, do I have anything that'll help me get past these people? Let's take this invisibility potion. Alright, let's take some. Okay. Let's just walk by quickly and quietly. That's all I need to do. We got some people here. Let's get by quickly while it's still working. Alright. So far, so good. We got someone else up ahead here. Let's do another. Alright, the potion's working. Get where we need to go. Two more. Oh,
Is someone
great.
there?
No, nobody's here at all.
Huh? Tala smite you.
How about my bow smite you first?
You can't hide from me. Can't hide from me. You're gonna die for that.
You will first. You will first. Which one's the Argonian? It's him.
You can't hide from me.
I think I just did. All right, speak up, Gulamai.
No need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
You know what? I've had enough of what you're doing. Obviously, you're lying to me. So, tell me first, and then I'll decide whether it's worthy of you hanging on to your scales.
All right. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia.
You say that name as if I should know what that means.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
And you're helping her?
Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
All right then, where is she now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
All right. I probably should, but that could come in handy. And those will come in handy for what I just went through. Be glad I'm not taking more. I somehow sense there's an exit here. Shall we go with the logic of it goes to the middle? Looks like you did have something caged, or you're planning on it. All right, let's go. Oh, what do we have here? Workers. Time to do a little sneak time. I'm not in the mood to battle with Horkers. And now I know a new back way into the East Empire Company, which could be handy for the Thieves Guild in the future. there's the lighthouse. Now, lighthouse. Oh, and there is the dainty Slode. All right. I've been there once before. I am not necessarily Grata there. After dropping off that blue stuff, that got their captain thrown into prison for the rest of his life, or so it seems. Let us get back. While we have the opportunity here, let's look at what he gave me here. This deed signifies ownership of Golden Glow Estate to the undersigned. This includes all property, livestock, resources, buildings, and staff. Ownership may only be transferred with an accompanying bill of sale. And nothing else there. Interesting. All right, now let's head back. Give Mercer the information so we can try to catch this Carlia person, whoever she may be. Murdered? The Gallus that I heard Brynjolf talking about, that Mercer was talking about? Yikes. Why would she have murdered the head of the Thieves Guild? Doesn't make any sense unless there's a rivalry between the two. That's more like something that the Dark Brotherhood might, or Moritong would do to each do, and not the Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild would do something. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, and I'm new to all this still. Learning quickly. But either way, we have to get back to Riften. Golemai appears to be scared enough now. Obviously, hated killing that guard there, but he didn't have much choice.
Carriages to all the cities in Skyrim.
All right, I'm ready for the big long run.
Where do you want to go?
Riften, of course.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Nope, the long way, straight to Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. I might have to stop and get myself a pint at Blackbriar Mead while I'm in Riften. It's worth the trip all by itself.
Well, I'd be glad I'm accommodating you then. What in the afternoon? Now, let's get all this taken care of.
Skyrim.
I'm sure you do. All right. Let's get our stuff done.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
All right, let's get inside. We have work to do. All right, let's get inside. We need to find Mercer. All right. Good afternoon, Dirge. All right, how's it going, everyone?
What now? I give special rates to members of the Thieves Guild. I could fix you right up.
Are you serious? How dare you?
I like things the way they are. Of course not, but...
No. Now shove off.
Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was not a smart thing to do. All right, let's get in the cistern.
Take a look around. Have you ever laid eyes on such wealth?
Never. This is the best the guild's done since I've been a part of it.
All right, Mr. Frey, I have something of interest to you.
Did Gullamai give up any information on our buyer?
He said Golden Glow was purchased by someone by the name of Carlia.
No, it can't be. I haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again.
Gulamai also told me she was a murderer.
Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished.
So why is she returned?
Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was.
Gulamai told me that she'd be somewhere where the end began.
There's only one place that could be. The place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again.
We?
Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for Solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers.
Okay. All right, so we have to go there, but I've gotten some information about the location of some stones. And I'd like to go check those out real quickly first as well. Hey, Tanila.
Well,
Looks like you're fitting in well down here. I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces of guild armor. So what will it be?
Ah, so I take it these will have some sort of improvements to them.
Of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a reward, now would it? Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust me.
Alright, I'll trade in my boots.
Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm not taking it back. Unless you want to sell it at a discount, of course.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. And hopefully this should be some improvement. Maybe I should exchange something else. Alright, I need to see if I can find a place with an enchanter. I'm not the best enchanter in the world, but I could use some improvement unless I've already got what I'm looking for here. Let's see. Because I don't know if I can do this or not. %17% versus what do I get with pickpocket is higher. I'll go with that instead. Let's go with these. That's what I needed. I don't need to enchant something, it already is. Alright. Good evening, Prex. Good to have you here as we're doing a little thievery. Yeah. Let's go see if we can find some other of these stones of Barenziah. And then we will meet Mercer Frey at this sanctum to find this Carlia, wherever she may be. Now,
The fairest horses in the jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
I've been told there's one here near Riften. But it'll be very tricky to try to snatch. As it's in the country home of Ms. Blackbriar. All right. Let's go. Let's see if we can pull this off. And then we got some places in Winterhold to check out as well. Let's practice some sneak here. Alright. Now, the house is somewhere up here. I think it's either before or just after the bridge. One or the other.
Is someone there?
Stop that!
Time to end this little game.
That's it? That's all you've got?
That's all I need. There.
Come back here. Is someone there? I love the cold air. It's exhilarating. Perhaps it's because of my Nord blood.
I don't know who you are, but that attack really wasn't necessary. Once I was able to get hidden, I was able to hide away pretty good. Well, since you tried to take me out, I may as well see if you have anything hidden up here of value. A chest. This shouldn't be too hard to do. Is that it? There we go. Some gold and a potion. Not much. That's alright. That's what they get for attacking me like that, so let's keep walking then. Alright. Looks like it's beyond the bridge, just beyond the bridge here. Alright. Try to do this as clean as possible. Work our way through and around.
Ha! What a coward. I knew it.
Yeah, a coward that runs right into an arrow. Alright, so now let's continue with our quest here. Wolves. And we see at least one person up there. Eat glass. Alright, let's try to sneak up here. See if we can do this. door.
Ugh, I hate archers.
Did you hear something?
This what you want, huh? Ugh.
Pay for that! Come back here.
Didn't want to have to do that. All right. There's a side door. I think we'll go for there. Good thing they had a key on them. All right, we need to get upstairs. Not get discovered by anybody.
I'll never do another span in that stinking jail. Rather die than
Never
give
enough
myself
gold.
Just need one good haul. Huh?
Don't think we're alone. Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, I'm in trouble. Okay.
Knew you were weak.
Okay, you can stop pounding on me. All right. Gotta be careful.
Gold solves most problems, doesn't it? Just need one good haul. Is someone there?
All right, we gotta be
I'll
careful.
never do
The
another
guards
span in
think
that
they're
stinking
better than all
jail.
of us,
Rather
and that
die
we
than
can
give
just be
myself
thrown
away.
away.
Could be
Those
anyone.
bastards.
Won't get one rusty septum from it.
Gonna start keeping a knife in my boot.
Tired
I'm
of
just a
getting
poor man
disarmed.
trying to make a living.
Go to the college, Dad said. Use your smarts, he says. Like I'm supposed to
Living
figure out
outside
which
the walls
college
is
he
a
meant.
risk, aye. But at least the guards don't come nosing
Never
around.
enough gold. Just need one good haul.
See if I can take him out from here.
Mead.
Justice!
What's that?
Ah!
Stupid bees and
Shh. We're not alone. I know I heard something.
Huh?
All right.
Someone's here. I can feel it. You can't... Is someone there? Stop that!
They can't see me. All right. Doing more killing than I would have liked. But I've got to find that stone. Nothing here. That'll go outside. There it is. There's the beauty I'm looking looking for. We're halfway there. All right. There will work. All right. Let's put you here as well. Start us up a nice little fire. And get rid of all of these bodies. Come on, you two. Let's put you with all the others. There we go. Get us a nice little fire going there. And all should be good again. All right, let's get out of here. Before we get found. All right. Oh, maybe hit the wrong button. There we go. All right, let's go. Not very healthy, no, Crit Witch. Not very healthy at all. But we've got one more of the stones of Barenziah. Now, let's get out of here. Well, since we've done all the others, let's go ahead and take care of him. So, oh, another wolf. I hear other voices. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Now, we have some stones to find before we go find our good friend and leader, Mercer Frey. And we've been given all sorts of information on where they are. So we're going to get them all gathered now. let's go. A little bit more messy than I wanted it to be, but so it is. All right, now let us make haste. And go to a place known as Falkreath. Supposedly, we have stones there. Sorry, Mercer Frey, you will have to wait a little bit for your precious Carlia. For I am after a bigger prize.
It's almost getting downright hot now.
So I hear. Hey, Cigar. I need your services again.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go somewhere different. A place called Falkreath.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
No, Falkreath. The city will be fine.
And we'll be off.
All right, let's go.
Sun feels good, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Yeah. Hope it does too. All right, nice and rainy. Now, somewhere around here is always the Jarl's house. Where would that be? Hidden at here. Won't be that place. That's a blacksmith sign. Alchemist. Okay, that would probably be the guardhouse. Yeah. We don't want to mess with there. Nope, more of the same. Alright, what do we have here? Just some homes. Nothing. Okay. Somehow I think someone that's a Jarl would be this way. All right. This Jarl must not want to be around the people of his city much. Or I just took a wrong turn. Yeah. Okay, this is the entrance into the city. Or an entrance. And I missed something somewhere. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I should probably get some sleep. It's way late. There we go. That's looks like something Jarl like over there. Something nice and pretentious. Okay, there's the wood mill. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Is that way if I can find the path to it. Ah, here we go. This would be the world famous Falkreath Cemetery, where all the big heroes want to be buried. Buried where the other brave people who died in battle died. Okay. All the way up here like this, I can just imagine how pretentious this person's going to be. Let's just quickly see if we can find the stone and get out of here. There's his throne. Some sort of resting or dining area. Everything else is up above. I'll guess this way. All sorts of things. But everything else is going to be up higher, of course. Alright, let's go further in. Someone's sleeping there, but it's not the Jarl. Again, someone else to someone else's. Alright. All the way up. Still nothing. Maybe I guessed wrong about one of these rooms. Maybe this first one is his. Does not appear to be one in here anywhere. Let's check here again. Maybe he's the only Jarl in Skyrim who doesn't have one. Alright, let's check back down the lower levels, make sure I've not missed anything. Nope, it's not in there. It's not in there. I guess he doesn't rank as high. interesting. All right. All right, let's head back down. All right. Find a place to get out of the rain for the night. And then we figure out where we're going to go next. And with that lightning out, I don't want to be outside much longer. Now, there was an inn that I saw when I came in here. Is this it? Yes, the dead man's drink. Such a fascination with death in this place.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
I need to get a room for the night.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Can you show me to my room?
Of course. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
All right. Ooh, that's tempting, but no, I better not. Not here. Oh,
Let me know if there's anything
I
else.
get the big bed. Thank you. And before we go to bed, it is time to level up. All right. Let's beef up the sneak. Increase our stealthy skills. Disengage. No, I got smoke screen. More effective. I'm not really worried about killing. Tripwire. No. That could come in handy. Smoke screen. No. Let's go with that. All right. So we can eventually get to there. All right, let's get some sleep. All right, so we've been given information about where the rest of the stones of Barenziah lay. Now, after a good night's sleep, we are going to go seek those before we seek out Mercer Frey. I think it's time to begin. And time for us to end here tonight. Let's go ahead and get the save in. Quit to desktop. And let's see if this is working. Yes, it is now. Touch Portal decided it actually wants to work now, unlike what it was earlier. So, that is our adventure here for tonight. Going to end a little bit early because it's a good stopping spot. The plan is in the story from here on out is to gather the rest of the stones of Barenziah. Then we're going to start in on the adventure, the rest of the adventure, because the story takes a major twist here. So, for good theatrical purposes, this is where we're going to end things. So, thank you all for joining us here, whether you're watching us live here or if you're catching us on VOD here on Twitch or on YouTube. I'll be getting working on getting this all set up and ready to load, hopefully tomorrow. And then Saturday, we will have our next premium live event for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where a number of characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray. It is called the Joust. It's our version of Survivor Series slash. Let's see. Yes, the Survivor Series PLE from WWE, and we will be having a lot of good. I've got all the matches all booked and everything, and they'll be ready to go. So that'll be happening on Saturday. Then on Monday, we will be back with Family Night at the Emporium, as my daughter Bonnie and I might be completing, or at least getting close to completing, Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, as Perot and Jane Royce are tracking down who appears to be probably the spider, and then we will be finding out who is the murderer of our poor murder victim as well. So that's all going to be happening, and then we'll be back here next week for more adventures here in Barenziah's glory. So thank you all for joining us. Different ways you can support the streams. You support us by watching us. You support us by catching our videos on YouTube. Please give us a subscribe and like there if you like what you see. You can support us by subscribing to the channel. You can support us by coming to Discord. We have a Discord there. We have a shop on Fourth Wall where you can get T-shirts for T-shirts, hats, insulated tumblers, and all the cannon bottle cozies and stuff like that for the Emporium itself, for Grappler's Keep, and our very benevolent sponsor, Diet Water. So you can join us there. We have areas in Discord where we can talk about the games we have going on here. Sections where you can show off your creativity. For example, I have an Etsy shop where I make game master screens for tabletop RPG players and all that. Hoping to be premiering a new product there fairly soon. So we will hopefully have that happening fairly quickly. So you can support us with stuff there. Also in Discord, we have a very special section there called the Prayer Closet. In this household, we deeply believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it works because we've seen it time and time again with our friends and family. If you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there, and we will be praying for you. This isn't just a thoughts and prayers and nothing happens with it. I keep the list up to date on Evernote, so I know who is being prayed for, what's going on, and more importantly, tracking how God answers. So please take advantage of that if you would like. If you would like that kind of spiritual support. Now we realize that not everything people want others to know about. We know a lot of things can be personal. We know a lot of things can be private. We know a lot of things people don't want other people on the internet knowing about. That's perfectly fine. Just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but guess what? We do not need to know every single nitty-gritty detail. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we knew it was actually going on. So please take advantage of that if you would like that kind of spiritual support. Now, let us go see who is available to raid here tonight. Let's actually hit the right button for scanning for raids. We got all of these Skyrim people here that we may be checking into. Let's see who we'll see who else is going as well. Scan through here. All sorts of Skyrim people here. Okay, PB is on doing Slay the Spire. Let's see, anyone else? Let's check to see who we know. Let's check under following here. Okay, Wolf Eye is doing Dead by Daylight. We got Nightmare Nexus. I'm sorry, something called a Cold Swim is not necessarily something that I want to try to read into. We got PB. Funko Fan is doing the Lego Legacy of the Dark Knight. We will be doing that soon, so I don't want to spoiler myself on that. And OBS is disconnecting. Oh, wonderful. All right, so Sparkles Mandy has some D&D going on. See who else is going here. Let's go raid our good friend of the channel, PB. I'm pretty sure she's not logging off anytime soon, but let's double check here. Yep, she's going strong here. So let's go ahead and raid PB. Oh, good. OBS decided to reconnect itself. How nice of you. So, until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
This has been a Diet Water production.